just no. Okay. You are to, when you get to the airport, you're to check in by yourselves and then meet everybody through on the other side. Okay. Don't start hanging about. You just get through passport control, WhatsApp each other and meet in one of the cafes on the other side. Okay. So that is your flights. So don't forget, proof of exit, leaving the country, no fresh fruit or vegetables going through customs. Wait on the other side, you would be picked up. Your collection point is the Rose of America. Okay, so moving on to your itinerary. Now, it is the busiest time of year in Costa Rica, so we've just jiggled it slightly. The order of events, which I'm just going to go through with you now. So the first night on the 28th, you're all going to meet and greet and be in San Jose. The next day, we are going to keep you in San Jose, where you are going to have a volcano tour, which is really interesting. So you just get your kind of, so there, Barnaby and your lot that are arriving earlier, don't go exploring the volcanoes because you're doing that with everybody else. But it gives a really, it's a really nice experience. We occasionally do this if we can, just for you all to kind of meet and greet in San Jose, have a couple of nights at the Rosa to decompress. And it's much cooler here, so you can kind of, your bodies can get adjusted before you go on your first big adventure, which is straight into Natuwa, okay, which is the wildlife conservation area. So that is hot and steamy. So that's why you've got that extra day in San Jose, just to kind of get yourself kind of mentally ready straight down into the challenge, okay? So Natuwa is the first phase. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nights there, 5 days. This is the wildlife sanctuary, which we've supported since COVID. It is, you know, it is the challenging phase in that, you know, it is very hot because you are in the jungle, but you are going to be up early, feeding all the animals and the wildlife and kind of looking after everything. So you're busy. Here you need long trousers. We'll come back to the kit, but you need long trousers for here, but the coolest, kind of thinnest cotton that you can find, okay, because of the heat. The accommodation, it's fine. It's basic. The food is basic. So what I'm kind of describing is Natuwa is the challenge of the thing, and you're starting straight in it, okay? After Natuwa, you're then going to leave and you're going to Quepos, which is where you're going to explore Manuel Antonio National Park. It's the community phase, and also you'll be able to go into the sea. So that will be really, really nice. So that's close to the coast. In Quepos, you're going to live in the kind of finca, which is really, really nice. We always hire the same finca. It's got a pool. It's got really kind of, it's like a home. So you'll kind of think after Natuwa. So it's it's going to give you the good vibe feeling. Then you're moving to Monteverde, which is the cloud forest adventure phase. Adventure in the fact that this is where you're going to zip line, you're going to bungee jump, you can horse ride, you can trek through the cloud forest. This is, you know, it's really, really fun. Everyone loves the Monteverde. Then you move into your fourth and last phase, which is the decompress time at Samara Beach, where you do a little bit of surfing, a little bit of yoga, and you take it in turns. You'll be divided into 2 little teams to go and live at Asvo, which is the Robinson Crusoe experience. It is basically a shack on the beach. You have to do a river crossing to get there. Go and live at this. Everyone loves it. It's kind of, just think a shack on stilts with with hammocks. I mean, you've got beds, but it's hammocks, chill vibes, you know, and right on the beach. And that's where the turtle sanctuary is. So you're all there for 2 nights, 3 days, and you have to do all the cooking there, the showers with, you shower with a kind of cold tap, but it's only for 2 nights, but it's a really cool experience. Okay. And you're really, really needed there. So that is your order of events. San Jose, Volcano, Natuwa, Quepos, which is the community and exploring Manuel Antonio National Park, Monteverde, Samara, and your turtles at Asvo. Okay. I will send you later today the order of that itinerary all written up so you can refer to it and look back. Okay, so how does that sound? Any questions so far on the order of events? No? Good. Go, Barnaby.
Is it definitely Samara Beach that we're staying at?
As opposed to Santa Teresa.
Yeah.
Right now it is.
Okay.
Have you heard great things about Santa Teresa?
Yeah, no, I was just planning to stay there for a bit after as well, so I don't know which one.
After,
Just,
okay, so when you
yeah,
finished
yeah,
at Samara, then you
yeah,
should just go back. You then move to Santa Teresa.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or Tamarindo, which is further up the coast.
Sure, yeah.
Or yeah, you wouldn't want to go to Jacko. So they're all at this time of year, they've all got a really good vibe to them. But if you're a big surfer, then Santa Teresa is where you want to head to. Okay. Any questions? Anyone else? No, all good. Okay, so I just want to go through the accommodation and food. Okay, what is included and what is not, and that will lead us on to money and budgeting. Okay, when you're in San Jose that first night, you're going to get supper. That's all included. The second day at San Jose, breakfast and lunch are included, but supper will be extra. In Natuwa, all food is included. At Quepos, 2 meals, everything's included apart from 2 meals out. Monteverde, breakfast and lunch, but supper is out. At Samara, breakfast and lunch, supper is out. When you're at Asvo, it's all included. Okay, so the reason why we do this, okay, and don't do a kind of all food is included, is that there is so much choice out there and everyone wants the choice and the fun of going out. Okay, and it is fun. So your guides, Lizzie or Kirsten, will give you a kind of offering. So, you know, do you want local, going to a local restaurant? Do you want pizza? You know, what the budget is. So together as a team, you've got to work out what your budget is, look after each other, because Costa Rica is expensive, okay? Like hugely expensive. So you've got to brace yourself for this, and you have got to look out for each other because everyone will have different budgets, okay? So just be sensitive to everybody, and I would say always go local. Okay, yes, you might be sick of the sight of pinto and beans by the end of your 4 weeks, but so what? You know, it is the cheapest, it's the most authentic. But you know, if you start going out for sushi and expensive pizzas and this, that, and the other, that it soon racks up. Again, with going out to the bars, you can in Costa Rica find cocktails for $25 a drink. I'm not joking, you really can. It is like the Ibiza of Central America. So you have got to rein it in and look for local beer and just keep yourselves, you know, within budget. If in those feedback forms, I see someone saying, you didn't tell us how expensive it was, I'm actually going to write to you saying, yes, I did. Okay. So budget. I would say for supper, you can budget between I would be budgeting $20 maximum. Okay. If you're going over, you're in the wrong place. I can't control how much you're going to drink, how many coffees, smoothies, or da-da-da-da, but that's for you. But $20 for a night, a meal out is pretty good. Yeah, we'll see you straight. When it comes to, so I've just lost my train of thought. No, I haven't. So when it comes to money, you can in certain places pay by Apple Pay on your phone. Okay, so that is available, but also definitely take your normal debit card. Okay, your normal banking debit card, plus a Monzo, Revolut, Starling, you know, one of those freebie cards. Okay, but it is all quite temperamental as to which places accept which. Okay, especially at the ATMs where you want to get the local currency out. So you want to get local currency out pretty much as soon as you get there and rely on that as opposed to Apple Pay and making that conversion. Okie dokes. But take 2 cards, and when you go out in the evenings, you only take 1. The reason being, if you get your bag nicked, you have a backup back at the hostel, right? Phones, please take 2 telephones. One, which is your all swinging and dancing phone with everything on it, okay? The other, kind of backup burner phone, where you can shove in a local SIM card. If one gets nicked, you've got a backup. And why it's so important to have a backup, excuse me, is because there is no post to Costa Rica. Everything gets nicked at customs. So, and you don't want to start buying new phones out there because that would be $1,000. So 2 bank cards and 2 telephones is really, really useful. Okay. The plugs, adapters, chargers, it is the American style of plugs. So make sure you take your adapter. Kit, everything on the kit list, which is in your MyLeap, we will have a double check today after the last group of what they told us what to do, but it is there for a reason. Okay, so if you think, God, why is that on there? Like a head torch, you need it. You need it when you're at ASVO, you know, at the turtle sanctuary. You know, if it's got long trousers, you need it. A, for when you're in Monteverde, because it can be cold and you might want to go horse riding, but you definitely need a long pair of trousers when you're at Natuwa. So just take our word for it on the kit list and just pack it. When it comes to shoes, no one is to take more than 3 pairs of shoes. Okay, it's amazing sometimes how many pairs of shoes people take. 3 pairs is all you need. We're talking a pair of knackered old shoes, which are pretty good for going on hikes. So they've got a bit of a grippy sole, but they're not coming home with you. Okay, they're the ones that are going to get kind of wet and wild, stink, and you will literally not want them to go anywhere near you by the end of the trip. In addition to that, you'll have your kind of nice trainers, which you wear for going out. And in addition to that, highly recommend a pair of Birkenstocks, Crocs. I know everyone hates Crocs, but they're so practical for that type of thing, for kind of in and out of the waterfalls, in and out. They're just so useful. All the plastic Birkenstocks, really, really useful too. Okay. So any questions so far? Kit, money, plugs, Wi-Fi. Okay, let's go to the Wi-Fi. It's going to be sporadic. Okay, you're going to be in and out throughout this journey, which is a good thing, because actually we want you to get off your phones and enjoy the team and the whole experience. So in San Jose, brilliant Wi-Fi. In Natuwa, no Wi-Fi. So you might get a bit of reception, but there's no Wi-Fi. When you're at the finca in Quepos, weak Wi-Fi. That's what I'd say. It's kind of sporadic, weak. But when you go out to the cafes, to the restaurant, great Wi-Fi. Okay, Monteverde, brilliant Wi-Fi. Samara, brilliant Wi-Fi. Turtle Sanctuary, useless, doesn't exist. Okay, so parents that are listening to this, just, you know, when you're talking about communication with your parents, you're in and out. But parents listening to this, if there is a problem, we have access to the guides at any one time, at all times. So if there was a problem, we would be alerted and, you know, get everything sorted and would communicate. So the moral of the story, parents, is no news is good news. So sit tight and just let them get on with it. So no Wi-Fi, but for me, is a really good thing. Other thing about kit, washing, how much do you take? You're not taking 20, 26, 28 pairs of pants, okay? You're washing as you go. So in every phase, there will be, actually, well, there isn't at Natuwa, but when you're on Quepos, Monteverde, and Samara, you will always come across laundrettes to turn things around, but you're pretty much washing your kind of underwear in the shower, hanging it out as you go along. Okay, less is more. And on that note, when it comes to luggage, no hard suitcases on wheels. Don't want to see any of those. Okay, you're taking a soft, squishy bag, which can be squished into corners, which can be easily tied onto the top of vehicles. A backpack, duffel bag, those waterproof North Face mountain equipment kit bags are brilliant, but do not take a hard wheelie suitcase. They are banned. You want to take a little day rucksack. So when you're going, you know, on your little hikes, you've got a rucksack, put your water hat, sun cream in. But most importantly, you want something funky that you can take out when you go out in the evenings. Now, a lot of people take those crossbody Uniqlo bags. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? Have you seen them? If you go to on there, those are really good, so practical. Because when you're going out, you want to have a crossbody bag with your money and your phone in it, a bag that you actually quite like, so you don't take it off. Okay, as soon as you take off these bags with all your valuables in it, turn around because you've had 2 beers, turn around, you forget it's gone. So crossbody bag that you like for the evenings out. Okay. Any questions so far? Have I still got your attention? Oh, Barnaby, go again.
Yeah, sorry again. With the SIM card, do you have a good provider or at least where to get one in Costa Rica?
Yeah, you'll get one in San Jose. So on day 1 is your boring admin day with the volcanoes, but you'll be taken and you'll get that all sorted.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. Right. Health and safety. I know, everyone's favorite topic. This is where I sound like a school teacher, or even your mum. I don't know. I can take both roles on. Okay, this is where we ask, this is the LEAP experience. Okay, why we do it is because it's a team experience. It's a team experience which gets you off grid and is going to introduce you to all these really interesting people and places throughout your 4 weeks. But the team, I keep coming back to the team. None of you, or most of you, don't know anybody else on this team. And that is fantastic. Okay, that's the whole point. It is quite kind of like, oh my God, who are these people? The first few days are going to be quite painful as you will meet and greet each other. So brace yourself, but look out for each other. And those that you think, God, are you, you know, I go on midlife teams. I take midlife groups all the time, and I know about team dynamics, and I know how the first few days are so painful, but by the end of it, you love each other. You love each other for all your weirdness, your wonderfulness, everything. So look for the best in each other, but look out for each other, because at certain points during this 4-week adventure, Some of you are going to have down days, up days, exhausted days, budgeting days. You know, it is, there are challenging elements in this. So really look after each other and look out for each other. And together, by the end of it, you will have that awesome high five team moment. You might think, what is she talking about? But at the end, I will be asking you, how was the team high five at the end? And I want it to be a really positive, because if it's positive, then you've got everything out of this experience, okay? What ruins a team experience is people being just disrespectful. And it is always comes down to alcohol, okay? Everyone's favorite. I want everyone to have a few beers and enjoy themselves. Yay, we're traveling. One is traveling, and you know, it's really good. But taking it too far, drunk and disorderly, some in the last group, oh my God, got so howlingly drunk that absolutely made a fool of themselves and just kind of ruined, you know, 24 hours. You know, it was like kind of 16-year-old behavior. Just don't be that person. You don't want to be that person to get an email from me saying, you are the idiot in the group. Wind your neck in. Or if you get, literally, it comes down to being expelled. You get an email from me. You then get told, well, you get it just kind of bollocking from Lizzie or Kirsten. You then get an email from me saying you've got a final warning, and then you get asked to leave. In 20 years of doing this, I've only ever asked 3 people to leave, but it's excruciating when it happens. So I'm just saying, please don't be that person. Okay. If you get an email from me, you know, it's a really bad day, and it's been painful for me to write it. So team dynamics. Okay. That's what is positive team dynamics. That's your goal. Okay. That's it with health and safety. So any questions so far? I have covered everything that I want to cover, apart from Zoe's mess. Please, for those that haven't filled in their insurance in My Leap, do that. Okay. Any questions? Looking forward to it. Out of the 4 of you here, who's going traveling on afterwards, or who's coming home? Traveling on? No. It's just you so far, Barnaby.
Yeah.
You will find a friend to travel on with, I promise.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, everyone good then? Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it's appropriate for this call, but I do have some questions about the period after, I guess.
Okay, well, I tell you what we could do is I could carry on talking now. If everybody's happy to go, I'll stop the recording and then we can have a natter. Okay?
Nice.
So goodbye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Have a great trip.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, see you later.
Thank you.
Bye, Rory. Bye, Josh. Bye, Emma. Right, I'll stop the recording.
Bro.